Hello everyone, I am Ragini SR. Today I am going to teach you the topic Quality of Mercy. This monologue or the speech of Portia has extracted from the play The Merchant of Venice. This play has written by William Shakespeare. Already I gave brief information regarding William Shakespeare in the previous video on Romeo and Juliet. He was born in the year 1564 and died in the year 1616. He is a well-known poet, dramatist and an actor also. He is widely considered as an England's national poet. He has written 37 plays. Today we discuss The Merchant of Venice. It is related to the title Quality of Mercy. In this play, four major characters are Portia, Bassanio, Antonio and Shylock. The characters analysis. Portia and Bassanio are lovers. Antonio and Bassanio are true friends. The bonding friendship between Antonio and Bassanio. Antonio is ready to sacrifice his life for his friendship with the Bassanio. Shylock is a money lender and also he is a villain in this play. This is the character analysis of these four major characters. Bassanio needed large amount for his marriage with the Portia. He went to the Shylock and asked large amount. Antonio did not have much amount. He invested all the money for his business. Both of them, Antonio and Bassanio, went to the Shylock and they requested large amount. Shylock also ready to give that much of amount, but he put one condition. What's that condition? He fixed in a particular date. In that particular date, if they did not return, especially Antonio did not return his amount in that particular date, he wanted the pound of flesh from the Antonio's body. That was the treaty by Shylock. Antonio was also accepted with the treaty because he hardly believed in his business. Unfortunately, he lost his business and also he was ready to give the pound of flesh according to the law, according to the rule and according to the treaty with the Shylock. He was ready to give the pound of flesh from his body. Bassanio is helpless. Antonio is also helpless. But Shylock took the advantage and also he took the revenge towards Antonio. Portia's brilliancy was working. She dressed with an advocate. She has arrived in that situation, in that court. And also she speaks regarding quality of mercy because she wants to change the characters of the Shylock. She wants to change the attitude of the Shylock because he doesn't have the mercy. He doesn't show the mercy towards Antonio. That purpose, she speaks about quality of mercy. Come to the title. Mercy means what? Benevolent, forbearance, tenderness, compassion, sympathy, kindness. These are the synonyms of mercy. Dear students, note these synonyms. Again, I want to repeat. Benevolent, tenderness, compassion, sympathy, kindness, forbearance. So, these are the synonyms of word mercy. So, this monologue consists 14 lines. So, as though it is not considered sonnet. Shakespearean sonnet consists 14 lines. Among 14 lines, it is classified into 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. But here in this monologue, there is no quatrains and couplet, so it is not considered sonnet. It's just monologue of the Portia. So let us discuss this title Quality of Mercy. Let us take the textbook. The quality of mercy is not strained. Underline the word strained. It means forced or constrained. Quality of mercy, it should be come out from the soul or come out from the heart. Not by forced, not by constrained, not by strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from the heaven. Gentle rain. Rain is pouring from the sky into the earth freely, not by forced. Heaven means sky. Gentle rain, underline that. It is a simile. Here two objects are quality of mercy and gentle rain. In between, the same quality or common quality is pouring the rain from the heaven. Rain is pouring from the heaven freely, not by force. In the same manner, the quality of mercy also come out from the heart, not by forced. So, in this way, here the writer comparison in between two objects, and also in the line second and third, the writer uses the enjambment. Enjambment means the connection between one line after the next line. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. So here is the connection between in two lines. That is what? Enjambment. It is twice blessed. Twice means two times. Blessed. It is the past form of bless. Here two blessings. Here two blessings are showing the mercy and receiving the mercy. These are the two kinds of blessings the writer uses. A person who is showing the quality of mercy for someone, that is one kind of blessing, and a person who is receiving the quality of mercy from somebody, that is another kind of blessing. These are the two blessings the writer uses. These are the two kinds of blessings the Portia speaks. Tis mightiest in the mightiest. Tis in olden era the writer uses tis. It is. Instead of it is, they used tis. Tis means here the quality of mercy. Mercy is the mightiest, superior, greater than all kinds of power. Mightiest is the mightiest. Underline that. And also it is an epigram. Write down there. It is an epigram. Epigram means concise. Concise means giving a lot of information in a few words. That is what? Epigram. Again I want to repeat. Epigram means giving a lot of information in a few words. And also it is concise. Mightiest in the mightiest. Mercy, the powerful mercy, it is greater than or it is superior than all kinds of powers of the king. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. Throned monarch, crown, it symbolizes the quality of the king, the power of the king. The power of the king, it is temporal power, not a permanent. It is not a immortal power. So what is immortal here? The quality is the immortal. The quality of mercy is the immortal, not a temporal power of king. His scepter shows the force of temporal power. Scepter shows that it is a symbol of temporal power of king. Always he is holding the scepter. So he knows that he is ready to give the punishment to the people, common people or poor people. So it is not the worthy power. People are respecting towards king only for his power, only for his administration, only for his wealth. So they respect from their mind, not from their heart. This is the attribute of the majesty. Attribute means characteristic or feature. This is the feature of power of king. This is the characteristic of king. So it symbolizes scepter, throne, monarch, crown. So these words symbolizes the power of king, the temporal power. Wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. The people are afraid of the kings because he has the administration, because he has the wealth, power. So the people are afraid of the king. They respect him only for his wealth, only for his power, not from their heart, not from their soul. Only in the mindset they fixed, he is a king, he has the power, so that we give lot of respect to him. That kind of afraid they have, that kind of fear they have. But mercy is above this sculptured sway. But mercy, it is above this sculptured sway. It is beyond that. It is seated upon the beyond the sculptured sway. Sculptured sway, underline, and also it is metaphor and it is an alliteration. It is enthroned in the heart of kings. It refers to here mercy. It is enthroned. It is throned. It is seated in the heart of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. It is the characteristic of the God. So the quality of mercy, if the king adapted from his heart, by heartily he adapted this quality of mercy, it is considered as the attribute of the God himself. It is one of the characteristics, or it is one of the features of the God. And earthly power doth then show likest gods when mercy seasons justice. There is also, we can see the enjoyment. Earthly power, royal power, imperial power. Who has the imperial power? The king has the imperial power. So if he adapt the quality of mercy, then it is likest God. Then it is considered as the feature of the God. So in this way, the Portia conveys the Shylock to change over his characters or attitude. And also he needs to adapt the quality of mercy. That is the power of quality of mercy. As students, we show the mercy towards poor people. Those who are needy people. For needy people, we just show the quality of mercy. So it is so powerful. It is one of the characteristics of God. As students, just we recall this monologue, The Quality of Mercy, written by William Shakespeare. Here writer uses the literary device or figurative language. Many figurative language the writer uses: simile, metaphor, alliteration, epigram. So simile means the quality between, the same quality between two objects. That is, simile in between two objects, quality of mercy and gentle rain. And epigram writer uses, that literary device the writer used. Mightiest is the mightiest. It is the epigram. Epigram means concise. Concise means giving a lot of information in a few words. And sculptured way. Here is the alliteration. Alliteration means same sounds. We hearing the same sounds. That is an alliteration. And metaphor. And the writer used here sculptured sway. That is metaphor. Here no comparison. Sculptured sway and power of king. It is same. It is no comparison. That is what metaphor. So these are the figures of speech the writer used in this monologue. And write down the key points and make a separate notes of your own. With grammatically and semantically you should be write the answer properly. You will be scored good marks. And remaining in that twice. So it is 2 times. Blessed. It is the past form of the bless. Blessed. In olden era they used B-L-E-S-T, blessed, instead of B-L-E-S-S-E-D, blessed. And one more point I want to be share with you. See that spelling sceptre, S-C-E-P-T-R-E. This is the spelling of British English. But American English spelling is different of this word. S-C-E-P-T-E-R. That is the spelling of American English. Okay. So all the points I included in it. All the points I mentioned, I explained in it. So all the best, dear students, especially for 10th standard students. I hope that it is very helpful to you. And thanks for watching. Always keep watching my videos. All the best, dear students. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.